Hey, this is MassX with a brand new One Punch Man the Strongest video, and we are going to start something new, and we're going to do news of the week, events of the week. It's going to include what's going on for One Punch Man the Strongest Global for the week, as well as rumors, as well as some confirmed information. We're going to try to put this in a very concise video. Really just so there doesn't have to be multiple videos out there for things that I don't think are really necessary. So let's go ahead. We did get the event of the week released, and as you can see, there's not much on here to talk about in great depth. But first off, we will be talking about Galewind, and it's coming back into the black ticket pool for you to draw on and whether you should. So let's talk about that first. Now, Galewind, there is no doubt, is a strong, very great support character with those stuns for the first 2 turns. But the question is, should you be pulling on this character at this point in time? Well, right now we are currently following the prior schedule on the C server. So that would mean CK should be coming next month. We have not got confirmation yet, and we will share that with you as soon as that is received. But all indications are, and what has been alluded to by the developers and publisher, is they are going to be following that for the most part with very nominal changes. So with that, that means with CK coming, the question is going to be where you're at with your black tickets. If you have enough to pull on CK, which is for all intents and purposes, and I will do a separate video completely on CK once they officially announce its release the 1st of December. Once we get that, we'll do a whole video on it, but that is pretty much a must pull for most people, if not all people, free to play, light spenders, whales, etc. So you really need to look at where you're at currently with your black tickets. If you're going to have the 240 to ensure yourself getting and be able to a minimum Awaken 1 for your CK, great, and you have extras and want to pull on Galewind, great character to have, great support character. I don't think we need to go in depth with this. I do have a prior video on Galewind. If you've played it all in PvP portions, you know how great this character can be, as well as it's a solid character on all the PvE related material in the game. Helps out a lot. So great character to get, but I would prioritize CK. So hopefully we'll get that announcement sooner than later before the Galewind banner ends, so you can make that decision. But all indications are that that will be our next character coming, so for that, I should say hold off on Galewind until we get a definitive. If you don't have enough black tickets yet and you are continuing to need to save, you've still got a half a month to go, so plenty of time to keep building up that backlog to be able to pull on our next banner on December 1st. Now, if you didn't notice up there, the hero backup right now is showing last week up there. What does that mean? Well, we will be getting a new backup stick sometime next week. So what does that mean? What is it going to be? Well, we got our hint, okay? And the hint is, if you haven't figured it out by now, is we are going to be getting Garu for our next backup stick. So with Garu coming, this is going to bring back what you would see on the other servers, which means the backup sticks will most likely, more often than not, be former characters. So that's good news for all you free-to-play players, especially core characters should not be in there, at least on their initial release. So this is really going to be a call up to you if you're going to want to get this. Of course, backup stick usually has enough other items in there that makes it well worth the cost. So it is generally, I wouldn't say a must get by no means, but if you are going to spend a little, you're going to get more bang for your buck out of there. So it's never a bad thing. And if you want to skip it, well, no harm, no foul if you already have Garu. And quite honestly, as these characters phase out, it's not as important as it used to be. So good news for the community. Yay for us if they stick with this model that was used on the other servers. Machine Factory still has 3 days to go at this point, and I wanted to make sure that everybody is aware this turned out to be much better than anticipated. If you look on the red portion here, the advanced workshop, and look at two areas in particular, the drive set diagram and the machine set diagram. By pulling on those, you're getting multiple full copies of those equipment. So this is well worth the investment in time. And if you are a slight spender, spending to be able to pull as much as possible on the advanced workshop. The upside to it is, of course, it's limited, so you can clear it out. It's not like the ordinary workshop where you could get about anything when you pull on it because there are no technical limits. But the value to be able to get full individual sets of each piece of equipment goes without saying, I think. So if you have the ability, it is worth your time to go into the advanced workshop and try to play through as much as possible. Highly recommend it. One of the few times an event is worth your time, effort, and a little money. Going back to our chart for the events of the week, there's not much more to talk about on here, but I do want to bring up the Emblem Rate Up will be coming. We have to assume it will be like it has been the last 2 times, which basically means the full amount will be raised for the percentages. I believe, and again, don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I believe it moves up to 50 pulls basically. So if you've been saving your Emblem tickets, I would highly recommend pulling on it. That's the time to do it. So as you can see here on the left-hand side, what happens is the remaining chances will double. Again, anytime in the supply depot when there's a rate up, that's when you should be pulling on it. You should be conserving your tickets until then, and then once it comes around, that's when you want to burn them. So just wanted to make sure everybody's aware of that, because that is the time to go ahead and take full advantage of your tickets you have saved up. Outside of that, that is really it to hit the high points for the week. So remember, backup stick, going to be Garu, going to be your choice. Galewind probably would hold off until we get confirmation on our next SSR Plus coming in the limited recruitment banner for December 1st, but it should be CK. So if you're set with your tickets for that, of course, feel free to go after Galewind if you don't have the character or want to build it up more. And again, don't sleep on either the Emblem Rate Up or the Machine Factory event that's currently going on right now, which you should have 3 days left on to continue working through. So with that, as always, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot, and have a great day.